I'm a coordinator at a local middle school, and I work with students grades 6 through 8 for after-school programs and programs during the school day. We have a very high achieving population of students who are always seeking to be challenged, and so it was interesting to see how else we could challenge these students in terms of technology and what we can bring in. It immerses them into an entire learning experience that they wouldn't necessarily get out of a textbook, and so it's a hands-on experience that they can really see, and they can attempt to take risks without really having consequences that'll affect their real life. Things like fire safety and hazard safety are different because you really don't know what you're going to be doing until you're in the situation, but being in a situation like that is dangerous, and so it was good to see them being immersed in that situation while still having the step-by-step guide, make those decisions without getting hurt, without being in that situation where they're going to be in danger. This was more applicable to real life, and it was a situation that it very well might happen, and so they were really focused on how to put the fire out and how to do it properly. They were excited. They wanted to see more. They wanted to see different things because each teacher was a different subject area. They would want to have the opportunity to have different subjects within their own area. So real life scenarios pertaining to history or engineering or social emotional learning to help the kids engage with content and real life scenarios within their own subject areas. Schools need sustainable tools and not just things that are new, and so it's important for a platform like this to have educators build the content and build upon it, not just focus on one thing, so that we're extending the learning and not just focusing on one certain task. XR and technology in general are intended to support education, and so it's important for it to be directly aligned so that the kids are being supported in multiple ways. And that technology allows for that to happen with the kids being engaged without taking away the standards alignment. So they're still working on what they need to be working on, but it's making it more engaging and hands-on. The staff members we worked with were very helpful and receptive to questions. They were very supportive in there throughout the whole entire process, step by step. Vaha and Sevan were available for us to ask questions. They worked with us to develop the program. And through the pilot, they were there to help the kids. They were present with the kids and accessible at all times. Pretty straightforward, especially because we had the guidelines that were provided to us, and so it was easy to come together and see what we wanted to focus on in terms of curriculum, in terms of accessibility with the kids. As subject matter experts, we are experts in our subject matter and not necessarily the technology, so they were the subject matter experts where it mattered to build the platform out. So while we brought out the instructional materials, they coupled it with their technology expertise, and we came together to build the pilot program.
Awesome. And I think the team did it in a very reasonable time frame.
Absolutely, very quick turnaround. Very quick turnaround, yeah. I would like to see it used in one of our core content areas. So either English, history, science, or math for grades 7 and 8. The fire safety unit we did was part of the health curriculum for 7th grade, but to broaden that out and take it into a subject like English or history, where they are story-based and novel-based.
Yeah.
And we can bring in the technology to really bring those characters to life, to bring the history to life would be very interesting to see. I think immersive learning is one of those tools that they're not going to go away, and it's a really effective tool in the classroom, especially for focus and engagement, as we saw with the kids in the pilot. I would encourage every educator to use it, and I would remind them that it's not a replacement to the educational process. It's a tool that we're using 10 or 15, 20 minutes a day to do a task or do an activity, and so that way it's an effective way to get the kids to actually apply what they've learned. Oftentimes when we want to supplement instruction or give kids an experience that's outside of just the textbook, we take them on a field trip. And those field trips are expensive.
Yes.
And we take our kids to DC to talk about the Constitution, and we took them to Philadelphia to see the history that was there, and all the events that occurred in 1776. But we can't do that with every single student, unfortunately.
That's right.
We can't give everybody that experience. XR gives us that chance to immerse them in a real world environment where they could still interact and they could still see a different part of the world almost in real time or in real life, without having to actually transplant them and take them over.
Absolutely.
And so it's a really, really good addition to the classroom as a supplemental tool for things like field trips or extracurricular. I think that's exceptional. I think the kids would absolutely love it. I think it would make learning much more fun and even easier, I would say, because then if you're having a conversation with Thomas Jefferson about all the things he had done at the time, it's like a personal conversation versus reading it out of a book. Really cool that you could do that.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
Thank you. We really appreciate your partnership and the exciting event that you brought onto our campus with our students.